Hi, welcome to She Spice. Jennifer Lopez, Jay-Z Beyonce, See You Gooding, and even Kim Kardashian are names individuals are accustomed to hearing when it comes to who might be associated with the Diddy Outrage. Yet Barack Obama relatively few saw this one coming that is without a doubt in an emotional new development. Shaw Diddy Brushes, the once celebrated music tycoon, finds himself in the slammer, confronting unstable charges of sex dealing and transportation to participate in prostitution held without bail. Diddy has argued not blameworthy to these serious claims the arraignment gave over in the Southern Local of New York has left fans and industry insiders in shock as they witness the fall of a stood man at the zenith of mainstream society. Diddy was captured by government specialists on a Monday night at the Rich Standard H Inn in New York City. The charges spin around supposed freak-offs, which specialists guarantee were sex executions arranged and recorded by comms. The arraignment blames comes for mishandling and taking advantage of ladies and others for quite a long time in different ways. A year prior, Sean Combs stood in Times Square and was given a key to New York City. Today, he's been prosecuted furthermore, and he will confront equity in the southern locale of New York. The once celebrated rapper was captured by government specialists Monday night at the recreation area level. Lodging in New York City at the focal point of those charges asserted freak-offs or sex exhibitions that specialists guarantee were arranged and recorded. A word that has come up in this story, freak-off. What is that? It is him having like sex laborers or whoever comes in and engages in sexual relations with his accomplice, whoever it is, while he watches or takes an interest or whatever. No doubt the prosecution asserts that Brushes mishandled, furthermore, took advantage of ladies and others for years and in different ways. Combs entered court, and when he first strolled through the entryways in the organization of the U.S. Marshals, he didn't have any cuffs on his lawyer, who has denied all charges, expressing that Brushes will battle the charges in court. Government specialists have been examining the rapper for almost a year, striking his homes in Miami and Los Angeles. Last walk, the strikes uncovered a faltering measure of proof, including opiates, more than 1,000 jugs of child oil and ointment, a K-47S, and different recordings purportedly connected to sex dealing. The Brushes Endeavor individuals and partners of the Combs Endeavor participated in and endeavored to engage in, among out their exercises, sex dealing. Power work highway transportation for purposes of prostitution compulsion, and temptation to take part in prostitution opiates offenses, grabbing torching payoff, and check of equity comes controlled ladies to partake in exceptionally organized exhibitions of sexual action with male business sex. Laborers then he utilized power dangers of power and intimidation to make casualties participate in broadened sex acts that Combs alluded to as in addition to other things as freak-offs honor about Walk 202. 4. During searches of Combs occupants in Miami, Florida, and policing different oddity-off provisions, including opiates and in excess of 1,000 jugs of child oil and oil, 1,000 jugs, what the charges imprint a dazzling go-wrong F. Dye, who was once a compelling figure in American music as an engineer of present-day hip-hop and R&B. Did he help it bring these genres to the standard? Did he additionally send off the vocations of various craftsmen, including the late infamous Large? Furthermore, he was known for his prominent connections, incorporating one with Jennifer Lopez. Puff Daddy Diddy sibling, Love the Goods champion, whatever you need to call him, is one of the greatest names in music. The rapper and magnate was loved by the African-American population during the 90s and mid-2000s. You would see him in the organization of individual rappers, models, and different individuals from top Hollywood. He had the exterior of an individual of color that became famous and a moving figure for others. He was seen as an encouraging sign. We should be genuine. Diddy's a melodic virtuoso, an incredible talk rapper. Yet I was never dazzled as he was a mobile inconsistency model. He loved talking on dark greatness. In the meantime, his specialists were battling what's more, dropping like flies without a dime to their names, taking advantage of hopeful dark ability for a keep an eye on television. Did he generally talk that great? In the meantime, an emanation of turbulent energy spun around him. I've made several recordings about messy Diddy, and I would rather not rehash the same thing a lot in this one. So for this video, we should zero in on his 69 God ways of behaving in general ruin, paving the way to more late occasions that incorporate a previous colleague SL representative. Where Richard, who follows a claim against Diddy as of late his arraignment, and I likewise need to give my interpretation of this entire circumstance. Will he, in reality, be sentenced? Diddy's extravagant realm expanded past music. He wandered into design liquor network shows and even political missions, broadly advancing the vote or pass-on drive. His impact in mainstream society was unquestionable, making his current legitimate quandary much more stunning. Government examiners depict this as a criminal enterprise with an organization of people working to work with and disguise the oddities. They organized travel for the sex laborers, loaded lodgings with provisions, and conveyed huge amounts of money to brushes. This mind-boggling activity was focused on fulfilling Combs' longings while keeping the exercises stowed away from the general population also. Policing off here and there endured days all at once involved various business sex laborers and frequently involved various opiates, for example, K. Happiness and GHB, which came dispersed to the casualties to keep them dutiful and consistent as per the prosecution, maneuvered ladies toward taking part in these meetings with male sex laborers and further. More guarantee interest by controlling their vocations utilizing his monetary help furthermore, taking steps to remove something similar utilizing terrorizing and savagery to the safeguard this was no sort of sexual degeneracy or depravity, as claimed in any case, consenting grown-ups showing closeness. The national government is saying that this is a criminal undertaking, that this isn't simply a wrongdoing sustained by one individual, yet that an entire association is expected to work around this, not just in making these fricos and these gatherings, what's more, these shootings, but additionally to conceal it from the general population, and policing arraignment affirms that those people worked with the oddity offs. They booked the lodgings and supplied them with the provisions, including rugs, child oil, individual oil, and additional clothes. What's more, when the lodgings got harmed, they helped tidy it up. They set up for casualties and business sex laborers to go for the oddity offs, and they conveyed huge amounts of money to searches to pay for the business sex laborers. The examination acquired force following a claim documented last November by Combs' previous sweetheart Cassandra Ventura, otherwise called Cassie. She professed to be a survivor of misuse, viciousness, and sex dealing by brushes. However, Combs denied all bad behavior and settled the claim. The settlement was not a confirmation of responsibility. Do you remember when Sean Daddy Combs' ex? Cassie recorded a claim blaming him for a wide range of misuse, and the claim was settled the extremely following day. The following are 3 motivations behind why a party may privately address any outstanding issues in suit. Both sides have a potential chance to find proof for Diddy's situation. This would incorporate messages, instant messages, monetary records, all that's fair game, and this for Diddy could be extraordinarily humiliating or implicating. Prosecution can delay for quite a long time, and the more extended a case proceeds, the more costly it becomes, both with regards to legitimate expenses and the close-to-home cost it takes on those involved. Privately addressing any remaining issues permits a litigant to reduce expenses and continue on. Preliminaries are likewise amazingly eccentric, and regardless of whether a party unequivocally has faith in their case court declaration and the scene, all things considered, could harm a party standing, and out-of-court settlement permit the respondent to control the story. Out-of-court settlement is in many cases an essential move to safeguard security, save time, and stay away from capricious results. From that point forward, at least 10 different claims have arisen blaming searches for comparative unfortunate behavior. Yet another lady has recorded a claim against Sean Combs, guaranteeing that he physically attacked her. This one back in 2003 goes by Precious Stone McKinney. She was a model in the last part of the 90s and early ASDES. She showed up on some EMTV shows, including Complete Solicitation. The McKinney suit says in 2003, a creator welcomed her to meet. It comes during Men's Design Week. The suit says the originator started to direct the offended party's appearance as he tried to guarantee that brushes viewed her as appealing. For example, the creator taught the offended party to go to Elizabeth Arden to get a root touch-up to guarantee it was bleach blonde. The suit says that the fashioner even had a beautician put hair extensions in McKenna's hair and afterward handpicked her garments, a dark cowhide cover with a fur hood, a clear chiffon beige V-cut shirt, and pants, encrusted with gems. The suit says at a supper that Combs told McCann she was ravishing and that she would become showbiz royalty one day. She asserts he made guarantees that he would help her. Development of her vocation. The suit says that Combs even gave McKinney his telephone number as an example of honesty. She asserts he was coquettish and nearly leering at her. Quite possibly, one of the most high-profile cases includes Daybreak. Richard, a previous individual from Danity Kane, has denied these charges with his lawyer, communicating trust in. Subscribe She Spice for more video.